Okay. I did this off camera and I didn't record it because I didn't know if it was going to come out the way I wanted to, but I said, let me try it anyway. So what I did was, I said before that I was going to use these little trays to mix the paints, but I need to clean these trays out, which has been dry and caked in all the time, and this one's clean. I could have used this, but I said to myself, you know what? I forgot that I purchased this years ago, and it's been sitting in there for a long time. And I got this at Hobby Link Japan. I don't know if this year they'll do another sale and it'll be available. So I got these little PP paint cups with lids. This is a set of 12 small little cups, which I popped it out of the thing. They're very basic, as you can see right here. This, I believe these hold maybe 30 milliliters, maybe more than that. But it's great to prepare paints on this, and if you believe that you're going to need, if you put a lot in here and you have left over, at least you could seal them up. So what I did was I tested it out with the blue paint, and I have a little bit more in here, and I was able to spray paint the blue on this, as you could see right there. It came out really nice. It's a little grainy there, but it eliminated the issue that I was having before. It came out really nice. I was a bit surprised. And I'm going to do this again. I'm going to prep 2 bottles here to finish up the remaining 2 colors, which is basically red and yellow. So we're going to do the old mixture. Get both of these done. Because eventually I may end up using these paints. Well, you know, if I have to use it again, I'll use it again, you know, for other kits. But we're going to take... We're going to fill it up to there as best as we can. There we go. Then we take the thinner. Remember that this thing is too how can I say it, too thin, you could say. So I'm going to put 1, 2, a little bit there. I think that's enough. That amount of thinner. Again, 20, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, depending on it, on how it is. Let me clean up my stir because I forgot to do it. I highly recommend you do this and not inside the paint jar and not inside the reservoir. I don't seem to have I've been noticing I'm having a little bit of an issue when I when I do all the mixing inside the paint jar, the reservoir. But if you do it from here and give it a good mixture and just pour a little bit onto the airbrush, just a little. It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to, you know, right now you're having a good mixture here. Then the flow of the paint going through your airbrush is a lot more smoother, and then you don't, that eliminates it gunking up inside the airbrush. Let me do the other one first. I'm going to close this. It seals up pretty well. Now just do another mixture here. Bend this down a bit, or put it in an area where it's a lot easier to work with. I'm going to do the, this is the dark coral red. Good enough. that's good enough right there. And since I've already cleaned this, I'm going to mix it up. Feels like a little creamy on this. I wonder if I did a good mixture. Ooh, be careful. I don't want this to tip over. But I'm going to put this here for a second. Yeah, no, this is the correct color tone. Alright. We're going to paint the red parts right now. I've already cleaned up my airbrush. I'm using the Mobius 3.0. Sorry, 0.3 Mobius. Let me, you know what, I gotta do something where you guys can see this, but I'm going to tilt that over there. I'm gonna mix it. I'm not gonna pour it a lot. Oh, wait. Before I do, always do this. Take a little bit of, since I'm using acrylic, don't use lacquer-based thinners or anything like that. Make sure that you use this so that way the flow of the paint goes through on the airbrush fine. Right now I poured a little bit of the cleaner in here so I can flow out the paint a bit. There we go. There's nothing in the barrel. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to pour just a little bit. Maybe a little more. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. 5 parts that needs to be painted red. I ended up using all the blue on this one. Let me clean this up. We're going to do all the reds right now. So only 3, like I said, only 5 parts here. I'm going to spray here a bit. Good, it's flowed pretty well, as you can see. Here we go. Now I'm going to paint the whole part, because even though only the this part is going to be exposed, might as well cover everything. You never know. See, that flowed out really well. Hold on, I gotta see if I could zoom, focus that. There she goes. That came out okay. I'll get back. I'm gonna do a second coat in a minute, but let's just take care of these guys just to get them out of the way. See, this is how it's supposed to happen. The paint flow out, not caked out. I've been making mistakes left and right, and I should know better. That's good right there. Then there's the other. Oh, you know what? There's another red part. Oh, it's not 5, it's 6. Give me that. Because I forgot about the face. All right. Actually, that's, you know, the red lining around the face area. Very low pressure. And light passes right there. Perfect. That's perfect. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna get instead of me putting the paint back into the reservoir, I'm gonna give it about maybe 5 minutes. Let it dry. Then I'm gonna give it a second coat. Then let me clean this airbrush so we can do the yellows. Okay, last up is going to be the yellow, which I'm going to be painting it the sunset orange, which is almost yellowish in a way, but has a little bit of an orange fire to it. It looks a little wet, but let's see how far we can go with this. Zoom. Good. Only this part of that needs to be yellowed, so it's a little bit distance right there. Okay. This one right here. Okay, really nice. I like the color. That's good. Yeah, this little small one here. That's good right there. And if that focus well. All right, the V fin. That's right there. Okay. I'm content with how this turned out. I'm going to be reviewing the whites and the gunmetal. I think me doing it, pouring the paint in here and mixing it up doesn't come out well. It messes up my airbrush, and it messes up the paint job, and it doesn't come out the way I want it. So that's a hard, bitter lesson that I've learned right there. Hopefully I can take care of that and do a recovery. I'll review all the parts again after this dries, and I have very little here, so the paint's going to be saved for another kit in the future. There we go. And then once I finish painting all this, I'm going to review, and then we'll put it on the table and we'll check out all the parts. Okay, so give me some time to take care of that.